Hi guys, welcome back. So today I have a few nail polishes here from Fresh Paint I wanted to share with you. I picked these up at Five Below and they were, I think it was like 3 for $5, something like that. So I picked up 6. 5 are actual like colors. Some of them are in a matte finish, and then I also picked up a matte top coat just because I like to try out matte top coats anytime I see one at a pretty reasonable price. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into this and we'll look at these really pretty colors. Start here just with the matte top coat and get it out of the way. It's just called matte top coat. It's just a mattifying top coat. You can put over any color. And it's pretty nice. It's not the best I've ever tried, but it is nice. It does mattify really well. It just takes a while to dry down. I have others that work better, like Pure Ice has one that works much better, but this is alright. So there's that. Let's go ahead and get into the next color. Well, the first color, I guess. So the first color here is called Haz Matte. And this is more of like a yellow with a little bit of green, kind of neon pastel shade. It's really pretty. And the ones that are in the matte finish, they do say matte on the cap there, but you can always put a top coat on them. So let's go ahead and get a better look. Okay, so here's what Haz Matte looks like outside of the bottle. It's really bright and pretty, perfect for spring and summer. So let's swatch it. Alright, let's get our first coat. So the formula on this is, I don't know if I would call it thick, but it is a little bit thicker than what you would expect from a normal cream polish. Not hard to work with though, just because of the type of polish this is. It is going to be a little bit streaky and sheer and patchy because it is a pastel neon shade. So one coat covers okay, but we'll let it dry and we'll come right back for a second. Alrighty, let's get our second coat on of Haz Matte. Okay, there's 2 coats of Haz Matte, which covers pretty good. I think for my swatch photo, you guys will be seeing, I think I did 2 thicker coats, and it got completely opaque for me on that, but you could need 3 if you did thinner coats, of course. But there's our second coat, and I'm going to let that dry down a little bit more and let you guys see what that looks like just before you see my photo. And then I'll put a top coat on it so you guys can see that too. So, yes. Alright, so here is Haz Matte at 2 coats, dried down pretty well. It still is going to be a little bit see-through because I didn't do very thick of coats on the swatch here. And then here is Haz Matte with a glossy top coat. Okay, let's move on to the next shade. The second shade I have is called Honeydew, and this is just a regular type of cream polish. It's not matte. It's like this neon pastel limey green shade. It's really pretty, really bright on your nails. Whenever you have it in person, it's super bright. So let's get a better look. So here it is outside the bottle. really nice and creamy. The consistency is really good. Okay, so let's get on our first coat here of Honeydew. Maybe if I can get myself positioned around here right. Okay. The formula is really nice, smooth and creamy, easy to apply. It's a beautiful color. It's very nicely opaque in one coat, but it will need two. Okay, so let's let that dry and we'll get our second coat on. Alright, so let's put our second coat of Honeydew on here. And for my swatch photo that you guys will see in a minute, it has two coats. And two coats makes this opaque. I don't think that you will actually need three coats, even if you do thinner coats. So I really like this one, and the color is great. So let's go ahead and we'll move on to our next shade. So the third shade here is called Matte in the USA, and this is a light kind of baby blue, sky blue cream. It's very pretty. This color is gorgeous. I really like it. It's got a really kind of bright quality to it on the nail as well, and it is a matte finish. So let's look and swatch. So here is our brush shot. It's a really beautiful cream. Gorgeous color. Alright, so this is our first coat of Matte in the USA. This one right here has a really nice formula as well. It is going to be a little bit sheer and patchy just because it is a very light blue color. But it applies really nicely, and it's a really great formula. So there's our first coat, and we'll let it dry and we'll come right back. Okay, so let's put on our second coat here. So two coats cover pretty well, but I think that for this one you may definitely want to go ahead and go for three. They do dry down pretty quickly, less than a minute usually. Maybe a little bit quicker than that. So there is two coats, which covers pretty well, but I think for my photo you guys are going to see three. So let's move on. Alright, so second to the last shade is here is called Matte About You, and like the name suggests, it is a matte, in which they say on the cap, like I've mentioned already, I think. But this here is just a really beautiful kind of lavender shade. It is bright, but I wouldn't consider it necessarily a pastel neon, but it is bright and it's beautiful, and this is a great color. So here is our brush shot. Beautiful, beautiful cream formula. Alright, so let's get our first coat on here. So this formula is really nice as well. It's definitely not going to be opaque on the first coat. And also I wanted to mention that these matte shades you don't have to rush with them. Like, they don't dry down so fast where you can't manipulate the polish around a little bit to get the coverage or the look that you want. So there is our first coat. We'll let it dry and we'll come right back. Alright, so let's go ahead and apply our second coat. So 2 coats gets this opaque, really pretty color. So there's that. We have 1 shade left, so let's get to it. So here's our last shade for today. This is called Sophia. It's a really gorgeous, it's like a darker purple, but it's bright at the same time. I hope that makes sense. It is very, very bright for being a darker shade. It's looking like it's more of a blue toned purple on camera, but it is much more of like a red toned, like it has like so many more of the red tones than blue. So it's not coming off exactly right. Hopefully my photo will show better. So let's take a better look and we'll swatch it. Okay, so here is what Sophia looks like outside of the bottle. Just a gorgeous cream color. Okay, so let's go ahead and get our first coat on. The formula is nice and smooth and easy to apply. Really great coverage with just that first coat, but I would recommend 2 just to be safe, of course. Usually, even if a polish is only like, if it only requires 1 coat, I always do 2 just because, I don't know, that's just what I feel like it's complete with 2 coats, if that makes any sense whatsoever. But there's our first coat. Really great coverage. It's showing up a little bit more true to color right now. So we'll let it dry and we'll come right back. Okay, last coat. So this will make it completely opaque and gorgeous. Okay, so there's that. Let me go ahead and get my stuff together. We'll come back with my favorites and we will wrap it up. Alright, so here are the 2 that I am really loving out of the ones that I picked up. They're all nice, but these are just the 2 that I really enjoyed the most. So this one right here is the matte finish, and it is called Matte in the USA. And then this one right here is the like pastel neon lime shade. It's just a regular cream, and it is called, what is your name? Honeydew. So those are the 2 that I really, really like the most. From the 5 I picked up. They have so many there though at the, what was that place called? Five Below. 3 for $5, so they're really cheap, so you can get a whole bunch for not a whole lot of money. I mean, some of these aren't like amazing quality, but they're pretty nice. And I mean, I take that back. Some of these are really amazing quality. There are a few that I didn't like as much though, just because of the formulation, like they're a little more sheer. But other than that, I usually have really good luck with this brand, so I do recommend them. If you see something you like, try it. I don't think you're going to be upset because you're not spending an arm and a leg for these. So yes, so I hope that that was helpful. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and my next video is going to be the other half of the China Glaze Light Brights collection. I'm working on that right now, so I can't wait to put that up for you guys too. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.